Hello everybody, this is Chet Bolingbrook, the CRPG addict. Welcome as we take a look at Space Rogue, a 1989 computer role-playing sci-fi action trading game from Origin Systems. Space Rogue has a little copy protection system that we have to bypass in order to play the game. And as we begin, we find ourselves in the cockpit of my Sunracer class ship in deep space in the Coronis system, one of 9 systems that make up the far arm, the area of space in which the game takes place. Now I'm just drifting sort of randomly in space right now with nothing nearby, but you can see a little bit about how the navigation system works as I do. So I'm working on the keyboard right now. And actually, let's get to a location that I can better demonstrate this. So I'm going to switch to the navigation menu, which shows me sort of a two-dimensional navigation surface. And I'm going to navigate to this square space station over here. I hit my helm command, and I'm going to ignore spacecraft for now, and let the computer fly me to the space station. When I arrive, I have to switch to cockpit mode and go ahead and look for the station. There it is. Sort of square, hollow station, and now I'm flying towards it. Now I'm using the keyboard, and it's a little bit difficult to navigate in this game with the keyboard. When I hit the sort of the 6 key on my keypad to the right, I start turning in that direction, but I don't stop. I'm not holding down the key, just hitting it that one time was enough to make me start turning, and as I continue to hit the 6 key, I turn faster and faster, and pretty soon I'm sort of winging around here in space. As I hit the 4 key, I slow down in the opposite direction, but it takes a long time to counteract the force of the spin and stop. Similarly, if I hit the 8 key, I start to spin this way, and if I hit the 8 and then the 6, I'm just spinning all kinds of ways. Fortunately, there's a key, the S key, that lets you stop entirely all your spin, but still it's very difficult to navigate. It's not quite as easy as some modern games. So in order to dock with the station, I have to hit that window right there. If I hit anywhere else in the station, I'm actually ramming the station, and it's bad for my ship. So I'm going to turn around and try to make that window right there. The first few times were very tricky. It's a very small target. I got good enough finally to do that. And now I'm docked with the station. They say, "Welcome to Mycon." And I'm going to go in and see if I can trade the goods that I have in my hold. Now, trading is a big part of the game. It's the way you make the most money, I think, and I need money. I have a lot of credits right now, but I'd like to get at least 10,000 so I can purchase some shield upgrades. So I'm going to talk to him and sell the 1 GB RAM chips that are in my holds. You can have up to 8 cargo pods in the game, and each cargo pod can hold exactly 1 item. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything that's going to sell for very much money at the other station in this system. In fact, all of these items will fetch less money than he's selling them for. So I'm going to leave, burn a day, and come back and see if he has any better items for sale. I've come back a day later, and I find that they have X-rated holograms for sale, which I know sell very well on the other station in this system, the Hyartha station. So I'm going to load up on X-rated holograms, such a glamorous life of a trader, and head back to the other base in the system. Again, I'll use my navigation menu to do that. There's a planet in the system, but I don't think there's anything you can do with it. If you try to land on it, you just end up dying. I think it's just there for flavor. There's other objects here, moons, sort of nebulae that have shards in them, asteroid fields, etc. They pose some navigation hazards, but generally speaking, there's not much you can do with them. So I've arrived at the other station here, and again I have to find it. There it is. Now this one, landing on it is also a little bit tricky. You have to land in between the two outer shells of the station. I'm increasing my speed here. And so I've got to land on that strip sort of in between these two outer shells. As you can see, the graphics are not great, even for 1989. I think there were better graphics out there for 3D space navigation. Now I'm in the Hyartha station, and I'll go and sell the X-rated hollows that I bought for $92 at the other station, and so I made a pretty good profit on them here. I have enough money that I can buy one of the shield upgrades. Oh, I thought there were 5,000 each. They're 5,000 total. I can buy both of the shield upgrades that I want. So I currently have 4 and aft 2. I'm going to buy 4 and aft 3. And now I have, I think, all of the equipment and upgrades for the ship that the game allows. Let's take a look. So here's my status, my personal status. My goal right now is to get my repute up to something higher than unknown. I've killed a lot of ships, so I don't really know why it's still so low. And a lot of pirate ships, so I don't know why my pirate status is neutral. Apparently you have to fight a lot in this game in order to get out of those categories. But I'll have a better chance of doing that now that I have upgrades to my ship. So I think I have the best lasers available. I've got a good selection of missiles. I'll buy some more just now. I've got the best shield and ECM unit that confuses missiles that are fired at me. So I've got the best ship's cargo, and it took me a long time trading among various systems in order to get my cargo that high. I'll talk to this guy and buy some more missiles as well. No, don't have enough room. Okay. Oh, I can buy one at a time though. There we go. So now I have 10 missiles, as well as my lasers. That should help me defeat any enemies I might encounter. Now, in addition to the trading and the fighting and the navigation in space and so forth, we have NPCs that we can talk to throughout the game. And this is an origin game, so that almost ensures we're going to have interesting dialogue with the NPCs, flexible dialogue, and it's no different than any other origin game. This guy's sort of a suspicious guy that I've encountered in the bar here, and he asked me what my line of work is, and I can tell him I'm a merchant or a bounty hunter. I'm going to say I'm a bounty hunter, and he calls me the competition, and he gives me some advice to try Basrudi. That's where most of the pirates seem to hang out, and I agree that that is a pirate hotspot. There are other NPCs which we'll explore in a minute that give you quests and various quest rewards. Alright, I'm going to take off and head to a different system. And I do that by navigating to something called Malir Gate. There's one right there. Now in the meantime, while I was on my way there, I detected a spacecraft, so I'm going to switch back to cockpit view and see what it is. And it tells me, I've just targeted it, it's a tanker. Followed by a hunter. Now the hunter is a bounty hunter for pirates. See, he's just contacted me, said it's been a slow day. And the tanker is a trading ship, so if I was a pirate, I could try to defeat either of them. But I'm playing anti-pirate, so I don't want to attack either of them, so I'm going to continue on my quest to the Malir Gate here. Ooh, and I'm right on top of it when I got there. That's unusual. So I need to accelerate to at least 21 to get through it. Oh, well, I didn't think I was that fast, but it let me through anyway. And when you get through the Malir Gate, you have to navigate these wormholes. Now, if I go outside these rings, it will be a faulty jump. I'll end back up where I started. So I have a lot of incentive to try not to leave the rings. And sometimes it takes a while to navigate through them. I'd spare you having to watch it all by hitting Shift F9 and pausing the recording, but I don't want to take my hands off the keyboard and risk not making it through the gates. It wasn't that long after all, so there we go. There's the end. And now I'm in a different sector of space, the Griffin sector. Again, there's 9 different sectors. So you can see the different places here. There's only one port here on this asteroid right here. And so I'm going to blow on through the Malir sector and go to this, the Griffin sector rather, and go to this Malir Gate right here. I'm going to pause it and I'll pick it up if I encounter a ship that I can fight. Okay, I've encountered a Wasp class ship, which is the type of ship used by the Manchi, an alien race that's responsible for destroying the ship that I was on before I became... Oh, and he's shooting missiles at me. So I'm shooting lasers at him. And I really have not mastered space combat in any way here, as you can see. Theoretically, I'm going to enter a different combat mode called Newtonian mode. The Newtonian mode, when you swing around, your ship keeps going in the same direction it was before. Oh, damn it. But you can turn around and fire behind you. I cannot seem to get a lock on him. Alright, I'm going to switch to missiles. Oh, shoot. I shot a missile, but it just ended up destroying his missile. Shields are almost gone. So this is not looking to be a successful outcome for me. My enemy is much better at maneuvering than I am. Every time I get him in my sights, he just flies past me. See if I can get some distance on him. That worked a bit. Oh, but he killed me. Alright, so you can see combat's a little bit frustrating in this game, especially with the keyboard. I need to get the joystick working. But so I'm going to reload and try again. Alright, I found a pirate ship, a Dart, and he's not hostile yet, so I'm going to see if I can take him by surprise. Switching to missiles here, so I can get really close to him and fire, and it looks like he destroyed it, so that didn't work out so well. Maybe I can get him with my lasers. These guys have a way of running away. He's threatening me, but I got some good hits in there. And he's running away. Let's see if I can catch up with him. Fire another missile. Missed him. I'm horrible with those missiles. Now he's fleeing. Almost certain of it. Lock back on him again. If I can catch up to him. I'm laying on the gas, but he doesn't seem to be doing anything. He's It's getting further away. Getting hit by some space debris here while I'm trying to chase him. Well, I might have lost him. I'll pick it up again if I get closer again. Well, I did destroy a couple, but I couldn't get the commands right to switch back to video while I was doing it, so you'll have to take my word for it. Now I'm trying to land on this asteroid here, which is a little bit more difficult than landing on a static station because it's moving while I'm trying to land. But I got to it okay. And there isn't much to do on this this particular asteroid. There's a trader, like always, and there's one NPC here. He's offering me a chance to pay him 100 credits to grab into a bag and pull out whatever I find. So whatever, I'll spend 100 credits. And I found forged cargo papers. Well, I already had some, so I don't know that that's doing me any extra good, but anyway. There's a bartender, and I really don't think there's anything else going on right now in this particular station. But I'm going to check the trade goods as usual. I'll sell these 1 GB RAMs that I picked up earlier, and I'll take a look at what he's selling. Every time I come across a new station, I record the trade good values in my notebook here, so I know what's a good thing to buy and where I can sell whatever I buy. I haven't had much experience selling forged credits, but Mycon 2 is selling them for less than Mycon 1. And I think I heard a rumor that they sell well at Hyathra and Deneb Prime, so I'm going to buy some forged credits here at Mycon 2. I found an NPC here. He's a crazy miner. Sort of lost his mind. And another NPC had told me about him. She was looking for a shipment of something called NSBs, neurostabilizer boosters, hypodermic ingestions that can temporarily calm down crazy people. And they're sitting somewhere on Bazruti, but she doesn't know where. She said the only person that might know where is one guy that survived the disaster, presumably this guy. And if I click other here, I have the opportunity to type in a keyword, just like many other Origin games. And I don't know if this is a clue that I can use or not. The eyes, they peer from behind the edge of the sun. I'm going to write that down. When I get there, that might turn out to be something that proves useful in finding the shipment of those neurostabilizers that woman was looking for. On the stations, there's this interesting mini-game called Hive that you have to pay a credit to play. But it's a little action game where you have to, just navigation controls and the space bar, there's not much to it. But you've got to shoot bugs and destroy their hives. So there's one right there, and I walk up to it and destroy it. So now I have 2 hives left to destroy, 1 hive left to destroy on this level. Find it first. But when you destroy them all, it's simply, you go back to your ship and then you go on a second drop. And I've heard a rumor from a little girl who likes to play the game that, oh, I just died, but if you get to the 5th or 6th drop, and you win, you can get paid for it. You can get money for it. But I'm not good enough at the game, as you can see, to get to the 5th or 6th level. I've never even made it to the 3rd, so I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to make any money off that game. I just took off from the Imperial carrier. So I didn't get very far during this session in terms of gameplay, but I hope I sufficiently showed you the different gameplay elements of Space Rogue. Keep reading my blog to find out how I ultimately did in this game. Thank you for watching.